Thanks so much for joining us once again. I'm Sophia Lucia Prola with Garden State Film Festival. This year, from March 21st through March 24th, you can come check out the 22nd annual Garden State Film Festival. Another great year, guys. We got 200 films, over 200 films from 14 different countries, all various subjects, various lengths, super creative lineup this year. I've been loving the films that I've get to seen and the filmmakers that I've got to interview about their films. And we're here again with these awesome filmmakers. We are here talking about the short documentary homegrown student film called Behind the Stage Exit 109. Hello, everyone. Congratulations. And thanks for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much.
Yay. Awesome. We got a big group. So let's get right into this. And I'd love for you all to just introduce yourselves and the titles in Behind the Stage Exit 109.
Okay. My name is Ella Crater, and I worked on camera. I was camera, and I helped edit as well.
I'm Andy. I helped do some camera work. I edited, and I tried to direct too. Worked on everything.
Awesome.
I'm Kayla Saul. I did almost all of the audio and a lot of the pre-planning.
I'm B. I edited and I did shoot some of the stuff.
And I'm Gigi, and I did some of the pre-planning and the camera work.
Awesome. So really a collaborative effort, it sounds like. Very, very cool.
Yeah,
can one of you tell me about Behind the Stage Exit 109? What will we see when we come see it at the Garden State Film Festival?
Yeah, so it's pretty much about a band that is they're a year older than us in our school. One of those local kind of things, and always kind of known around the school. And our film teacher approached us like, "Hey, you guys want to make a film? Like, let's do something." And we were like, "Sure, like why not?" And the subject was on like arts and something in the arts field, so that it kind of was a no-brainer for us, and it was really fun working on it and getting to work with the members of the band.
Awesome. So this teacher that got this all together, got this started, was it like, all right, you five are going to make this film, or did you guys kind of find each other?
So it was during the club meeting that we had, and he kind of just said if anyone wants to make a film for this festival, then let me know. And us five just kind of were like, yes, we want to do this, and we just kind of put ourselves out there with him.
Right. And so we just all knew we're gonna do it on Exit 109.
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much.
Yeah.
It was a pretty quick kind of thing because we were all like, "Oh my god!" It gave us kind of an excuse to go to their shows and kind of do something about it,
Right. So how did we figure out what everyone's roles were in making Behind the Stage Exit 109? It sounds like we all kind of did a little bit of everything, but was it very all right, B, you're gonna do this, Andy, you direct, or did we all just kind of wear all the hats?
Well, some of us had prior background. Like I do audio for all of our musicals, and Andy does lights along with directing. So it kind of those two fell into place rather quickly. And I feel like everything else was just filled around it because we had specialties, and Ella's really good on camera and Gigi's really, really good at pre-planning, and B was just she took the torch and just edited a lot of it when we couldn't sometimes and just took the entire thing and ran with it.
Yeah, B ate up that editing. She did so good.
Yeah, you did. I agree.
I'm in our school's film program. I'm in our film class. And so I had previously been working on a short film that I was making. And so I'd been editing that, and I was editing a bunch of stuff. And I was like, I really like this. And so I was like, you know what, let's go for it. And I just ran with it, and I just started editing everything that I could.
B, have you ever edited a short documentary before? And then that for everybody, have any of you made any films like this before?
This is our
nothing documentary. I don't think any of us have made a documentary before.
In my freshman year, we did a different documentary about a different local music guy, and so I kind of helped out with that. But I was a freshman, so I was kind of like, oh, I don't know what to do. So I feel like I liked doing this documentary because I got to actually do camera stuff and actually bring ideas to the table of them just being like, okay, whatever you guys say.
This is a very new experience for all of us. I don't think that any of us have really done this a lot.
Dived into it.
So it's really cool
Mhm.
that like we get this opportunity to do this thing that we all just decided we wanted to do, and just be able to do it.
I mean, it's also kind of interesting too, because me, Kayla, and Gigi are all juniors. Ella and B are both sophomores. So it's definitely like it's like an interesting dynamic too to like work together, see what kind of all fits in, you know. And we
Right.
work really well together too. Like there wasn't really there were a couple like obvious like snags. Obviously, that's what happens when you work in a group, but it
Yeah.
it ended up going very smoothly, I think, overall.
I mean, yeah, you not only did you guys finish the film, which a lot of people cannot say, you know, but you're accepted into Garden State Film Festival and you got an awesome film. So congratulations. Should be patting yourselves in the back, which I'm sure you already have or you still are. I want to talk about the people who did production and the pre-planning. What went into that and how long did pre-production take?
So when we found out we were going to make this film, our teacher told us we had like 3 weeks. So
Wow.
it was really quick pre-production. We're like, okay, we have to do this, 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 this. And then like the like 3 days after we figured out we were making it, we're like, okay, these are the questions we need to ask Exit 109. We need to get them for this day. So it was kind of a little bit rushed because he told us like, I want to say like December 18th, and it was due January 8th. And we also had Christmas break. So
Jeez.
like some people took it home. Like we did as much filming as we could in the 2 weeks that we had. And then a couple people, I think Andy and Ella, took it home and edited some over break. And then the week we had when we got back from break, we just edited as much as we could so that we could get it in on time.
Wow.
It was a lot of very kind of rushed stuff, especially when trying to get in touch with the members of the band to like interview them. It was a lot of like constant like texting them, being like, "Hey, we need to meet today," and then be like, "Okay," and then be like, "Hey, we need to meet today," like just confirming everything. A lot of like one of the kids goes to a different school, so that was a whole thing when we had to try and organize his interview. It was a lot.
And Kayla, what was the title that you had in pre-planning as well, right? Or
Did audio and pre-planning.
audio and pre-planning. So the footage that we see in this, was this all footage that you got from past shows, or did you actually go there and film them playing?
We went to one show. Me, Andy, and B all went to one of their shows, and I came with like a camera, and I got a lot of like B-roll and like close-ups of all of them, which was like a really fun experience just to like be there and just be in that like position, you know.
And then some of the other stuff we see is footage you got from other shows, because there's a lot.
Yeah, we got some from their Instagram and like YouTube.
Yeah, so during that process, I would go to their YouTube and their Instagram, and I would pull stuff out and download it, you know, get it onto Adobe, and I would edit that in, figure out the perfect placement for where it was going to go based on the timeline, which it took a while, especially since I feel like most of my days were spent in our school, which has terrible service. So it was hard getting any like reception on our phones to get Instagram or anything like that. But eventually we got it, and it was, hard process.
Very, very cool. And Kayla, I know that you said you do audio for like theater productions in the school too. How different was it capturing the audio and behind the stage Exit 109 than the usual audio you're used to?
I'd say it's different in a way. With all the microphones and audio that we had to put together, it was very similar to what a musical would be. But there's obviously going to be differences when you have to like extract it and then cut it all out because they keep on saying like or which was annoying and took a really long time to take out.
Yeah.
But I'd say it's not much different, but it was definitely a learning process.
I think we had like an hour of footage from like our first interview, and I cut out when I took the first initial like pass of editing, I think I cut out about 30 minutes of just or likes or just general nothing.
It was just like a bunch of like bits of them just like zoning out and not doing what we asked them to do. We had like so much like so much of them just like messing around.
Right. These are all common things I hear from people who make documentaries and interview people, because it's just the way people talk.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
So what are some other things we learned out of making behind the scenes Exit 109? I know we're mentioning a few things as this goes, but what's one or two things that are really big learning lessons
How
that
to
you guys
work
will take with you?
how to work in a group. I
Mhm.
literally I think learning how to collaborate, like Kayla and I work on the lights and sound together for our theater productions, and so we're used to kind of collaborating with each other, but adding more people into that and kind of learning how to work with, a group, and then also learning how to work with people that aren't really in the group, like the band members, it's a whole different experience. It's something that definitely is helpful to learn, especially because this is something like I want to, not necessarily film, but lighting design is something I want to pursue in college. So learning how to work with people is so detrimental to life in general.
Yep. And especially
Just
film
to
too.
just to piggyback off of Andy, we do have like we've been doing like musical theater for a while, but that like our connection it was going great. But there was one day where we kind of cracked a little bit, and
Yeah.
that was just because of like the planning. We were really behind, and then we
It was a
stopped
very stressful
communicating. And
it was very
yeah,
stressful for a
but
minute.
it was eventful.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Any other big learning opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, after a while of us making this film, I think we all started to lose our minds a little bit. I mean, me personally, I think I can quote the first half of the entire film like by memory because of the time that we spent editing in the film
Right.
room, just going over everything, cutting out likes, ums, buts, whatever, everything in between. And I mean, working with Gigi, Kayla, Ella, Andy, they're great people. So I don't think it was that hard. And I mean, I think all of us were friends previously, but really working with Exit 109, and they are great people, but they are a bit difficult to get a hold of and stuff like that. So I think just, having that was a big learning curve for most of us.
Mhm.
Yeah, super nice people, super hard to get a hold of them sometimes, but it is what
Yeah,
it is.
they're very vague sometimes over text message, and it's like
Yes.
we'd ask them a question and then they respond with what is not at
Yeah.
all answering our
Yeah.
question.
They like,
Well,
we'd send them a super specific question, and they'd be like, "Yep," and we'd be like, "Yes
mhm.
to what?"
I gotta say, there's no better learning experience than making a film and just working with this one band, because I'm telling you, no matter how old you are, if you're making a documentary short film and you're working with people who aren't film people, and I think you're gonna run into this way more. So it's great that you guys overcame this now, still made the film, and you're just gonna handle these situations better and better. So it's so great. I want to ask you guys how it feels to get accepted into Garden State Film Festival, because I know this is homegrown. Film this in Jersey. This is going to be at the first indie film premiere festival in New Jersey and the biggest in New Jersey. So how's it feel having it
It
here?
feels like great, honestly, because like again, like this is like we're just starting this,
Yeah.
and the fact that we got to like this point with
Mhm.
our first ever like serious thing, it's really like it makes you like want to do it more because
Yeah.
like what you're capable of, like that you can do this.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to get discouraged with this kind of stuff, but like having that like really like boosts your confidence.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I was there actually, I was the only person I think in school the day that Mr. Corey got the email saying we got accepted. So I'm like in his room. And this is like in the midst of editing process too. So I'm
Mhm.
like tired. I'm like, I never want to look at this thing ever again. I'm like so like disillusioned by it all. And he's like, "All right, let's see, let's see." And he pulls me over, like it's us in like this empty dark room, and it's like, "You got accepted." I'm like, really? Like, because I can't believe, like, because in my mind, I'm like, I think this is awful, but I'm like, obviously it's not. Like, it's just because I've been looking at it for so long.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. I mean, it's a great film. Congratulations. You 100% deserve getting it into this festival and all the successes. And I just know that, you're such young artists and the work's just going to get better and better the more you learn and the more you do. So this is amazing. Let me tell you how you can see behind the stage Exit 109. It'll be screening Saturday, March 23rd at the Garden State Film Festival in Berkeley Hotel. The film block starts at 9:15 a.m. Definitely come check it out. Get your tickets at gsff.org/tickets. Are any of you going to be there in person to watch it on the big screen?
Yeah, LOL.
Yep.
And
I'll be there.
Amazing.
And
Love it. I
Gigi.
can't wait to see you guys. Congratulations again, and thanks for taking the time out to talk to me about the film.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome,
Thank
guys.
you.
Have a great
Good
night.
night.